morning. I am back on the trail on day 7. It's about just after 8 o'clock. I left the campsite at Patterson's just about 20 minutes ago, just around 7:45, and Mark was just getting up as I was setting off. He's got a shorter hike today. He's actually just hiking through to the next campsite, which is Simpsons, which is at the 17k mark of my hike, which is 20k's today. So it's only a further 3k's into Nelson from the Simpsons campsite, but he's got another night to wait until his accommodation's actually reserved. So he's just going to spend another night on the trail. So yeah, a couple of things today in terms of things of note. So one of them is that I'm going to be crossing the border into South Australia for a very brief part of this trail, and then back into Victoria just after a few kilometres. And the other thing is, by the time I get to Nelson, I'll be halfway through, or just over halfway through the total distance for the whole hike. So I think by that stage I will have done about 129k's of the 250. So yeah, a couple of things to look forward to today. So it was a pretty wet night last night. The good run of weather that we'd had all week finally came to an end yesterday afternoon, and it started sort of raining late in the afternoon, and basically consistently sort of rained through the night, probably for about 10 hours. So it was actually nice to get the rain though. Really freshened everything up, and everything just smells amazing now. It's really nice, and it's nice and cool as well. Well, I've got to say, I didn't know what to expect from today's hike, but it's got to be one of the highlights for me so far. All morning I've pretty much been walking along the top of these limestone cliffs that line each side of the river, and looking through this gorge, and the views have just been amazing. It's just been a beautiful walk, and yeah, definitely one of the highlights of the Great Southwest Walk for me so far. So it's been a very enjoyable morning of walking. So I've done the little section in South Australia, went through that and sat down on a nice little lookout point for lunch there, and that was a nice little section through there. And now back into Victoria again, and I've actually just gone for a little short stop in at Simpsons campsite, where Mark had already arrived, even though he left after me because he took a different route down there, a more direct one, so he'd already been there for a couple of hours. So I just had a quick chat to him, had a snack, and now I'm on the final 3Ks into Nelson, where I will be checking into my accommodation and then going for a nice hot meal at the pub. Looking forward to it. I've just hiked the final 3Ks from Simpson's campsite into the town of Nelson, and I've actually just walked straight past the Nelson kiosk, which is hopefully where my resupply box is waiting, and I'll be picking that up tomorrow once it's open again on Monday morning. And right behind me here is Nelson Cottage, which is the accommodation I'll be staying at for the next 2 nights. So I'm going to have to get reacquainted with someone I haven't seen in a while. Haven't done this for a few days. It's almost like you forget about it. Anyway, I've got to put that on obviously to go inside. So I'm going to head in now and check in.